G'day people, I'm MonsterDad and welcome to this introduction to the Empyrion Ironman Season 8, which is just around the corner. And if any of you are new to the Empyrion Ironman competition, it's a competition organised and hosted by Captain Adonis. And we all appreciate the hard work he puts into that. Thank you, Cap. And it's a competition specifically for YouTubers that play Empyrion, and it's a permadeath competition in which we get one life and one life only. So we generally play the game on hard. We're given a number of missions each week by Captain Adonis, which we have to complete on time. And if we die or fail, we're out the competition. Simple as that. My first outing to this competition was Season 7. And I won it. Well, I was one of the winners. I was one of three winners. The other winner was Zeellott from Geektech Industries and Haystacks, and they'll both be defending their title as well in Season 8, along with me. Just as a recap as to what happened at the end of Season 7, here it is. So this is as good as done. I just need to get to the core. So, if I remember rightly, there's the core right there. Let's get this done. Yes! You beauty. That's it. Let's dismantle a couple of things just to show. And I'll just show my stats: 0 deaths, 286 kills, and level 25. So that's it. Done. Anyway, I thought I'd do this introduction at this base, which those of you who have been watching my Empyrion Alpha 8 Season 2 series will be familiar with. But I figured this would be a good spot to set the introduction, since it's the first base, really the complete base I've made in the Alpha 8 release of the game, and since Season 8 will be done in the full Alpha 8 release, I thought it would be pretty appropriate. So there we go. What I'd like to do is introduce you to some of the toys I'm going to be using during this, or most of the toys I'll be using during the Season 8 competition. And before I do that, I'm going to sleep, and I'll be back with you in just a moment. Later. Okay, welcome back. So yeah, a bit easier with some daylight, I think. Whee! So first of all, let me introduce you to some of the HVs that I'm probably going to be using during this competition. This one's the Mincer. This is mission specific harvester. I may adjust this one slightly and put couple more grinders on the front of it, but this one doesn't have much to it at all. Pretty cheap, purely made for grinding either resources or mobs to get some meat. There's a fridge on board for that purpose, and that's pretty much about it. The harvest modules and the fridge, nothing really much else. Whee! This is the Muncher. I've done a few upgrades on this one since I brought this one in. This is my mining vessel. Really good mining vessel, I have to say, based on somebody else's design, but I've sort of played around with that design and came up with this one. So yeah, obviously when I start it will have the ordinary drill turrets on rather than the laser turrets. There's space up here for a minigun, and on this one is purely just the storage for the harvesting the mining of the ores, and that's all it's used for. No other extra stuff on this at all. The hover engines are set close together, so a very narrow gauge, and there are 3 pairs of them positioned evenly along the vehicle. And the reason for that is so that, let me just jump into this, so that I can turn different sets of them on and off. So if I turn the front ones off, you can see it's dip down to the front, pop those back on, turn the rear off, it'll dip that way, and it's really useful for manoeuvring. The narrow gauge hover engines and the ability to switch sets of the hover engines off really help the manoeuvrability when you're down in a hole and trying to get out of it. So that's one of the other ones I'll be making good use of in the Ironman season. And finally, the Beast. This one is designed two purposes for this particular vehicle. One is for parking outside enemy POIs once I've got rid of the turrets, so it can defend itself and me while I'm in there taking out the core against any replacement drones that come along. And it's also an anti-personnel HV as well, so there's a number of minigun turrets spaced evenly around to defend against those Xerax patrols, and if any of them get a bit too close, they meet the grinders. And on the top we've got a multi-turret, so once we're finished with the enemy POIs, taking out the core, we can multi-tool that down. So yeah, useful bit of kit. It's been tested and works pretty well. So they're the HVs that I'll be bringing in throughout the season. Oh, we've got some radiated fog. The first HV I bring in, well, I won't bring in, I'll probably just build on camera. It will be my ultra basic survival HV, which I'll get at level 3. So let me introduce you to some of the SVs that we'll be using. Whee! Poor man's TIE Fighter. A very basic SV. It can be crafted at level 7, 1 Gatling, and not highly manoeuvrable at all. It's really just a scout vehicle. Yeah, poor man's TIE Fighter on its little perch there. Whee! Another one I'll be getting is this one. This one's a bit more mission specific. This is the Turret Buster, and a little bit more expensive than this one, I have to say. Mostly rocket launchers on this one. Highly manoeuvrable, made of hardened steel throughout, and this one is designed specifically for busting the turrets on the enemy POIs before I go in and kill the core on foot. Because generally the missions that we're given by Captain Adonis is that you'll have to take out an enemy POI, a particular specific enemy POI, by a certain date. And the way we usually do that is we can take out any external turrets or defences with an SV, but we have to then go in on foot to take out the core. That's just some drones being shot down. So, but we have to go in on foot afterwards to take out the core. Yeah. So no blasting holes through the enemy POI base and taking out the core with your SV, as some people want to do. Whenever you finish shooting. And the final SV that I've got, again mission specific, this is the Mantis, and this one is designed, it's warp capable SV, it's designed as a resource gatherer. So its main armament are Gatlings for taking out those wandering drones, or the drones that are guarding resource deposits. Once I get there, I can jump out of the cockpit, get into an environmentally controlled area from which I can spawn my drone, close myself in if I need to, and mine resources or gather materials in relative safety. If something happens, I need to get out of here quick, I can access the cockpit directly from here and skedaddle out of there. So there we go, 3 of my HVs, 3 of my SVs that I'll likely use throughout the competition. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun. It always is a lot of fun. Very tense, I have to say, particularly the starting, especially when you're on hard. And the new Alpha 8 worlds are a lot bigger, they're a lot meaner, and there are a lot more dangers. So yeah, may have to adapt gameplay slightly to get through that. Unfortunately, it's radiated fog today when I'm recording this, rather than a nice sunny day, which is a shame. But, oh hum, that's what we have to face, I guess. Anyway, I've added a list of the competitors and links to their YouTube channels in the description below. Please check out the other YouTubers as well. Have a look at their intros and follow them during the competition. We had a lot of players out before the first mission on the last competition. It was a particularly tough one, I've got to say. But yeah, it was, like I said, a lot of fun. So please join us, and I will see you all in the first episode of Empyrion Ironman Season 8 in about a week and a half. So thanks for watching, and I will see you all later.